It's the 1st of March, the 1st of spring. Well, it's been since mid-February spring in my head. Well, it's always spring in my head. So, yeah, first signal, yeah. Look at those numbers. You most likely know exactly what that is, don't you? But I'm going to dig it because those numbers could be some of the Irish decimal coins ring in that vicinity. But it's probably one of those other things. But let me dig it. Right, I've got to plug it out, but listen to this. Pull tab and something else. Let's look. Yep, first target for March 2021. Pull tab. So that'll go in the scat bin, and then we will see what else is there. There sits the good lady and her pappy. He's heading for 91 and enjoying the outdoors. The little bit that he's allowed to have because of all of these stupid restrictions placed on us. So we use a bit of common sense. There's nobody really about that he can get a virus from. So comes and enjoys a bit of the pond life too. So far today, all I've got is pull tabs, a bit of scat metal. That seems to be an expiring shopping trolley token, so I suppose that was good at some point in time. One gold cap, and then this one rang so beautifully. So there I am. I'm on the board for the month. This is the first laughing matter that we have encountered so far. 1st of March, a pinch and a punch and all those kinds of things. So there you have it, sponsor. It's about time you come speak to me. This one on the other hand rang straight 65, 66, 67 euro coin numbers. I pinpointed it here amongst a whole lot of other grotty signals and thought I had my first coin for the day and for the month, but no, it's my second one of those for the day. More or less there I was digging and it's just scat and tat and more scat, and I thought, let me wander away. I've always wandered. Now I've come away from that line there because there's an electric conduit underground running there, or water mains or something. It interferes heavily, but just over there I dug a bottle cap that rang like a coin. So I thought I'll dig this bottle cap too, but it's not a bottle cap. We're on the board for the day and for the month. There we go. It's our first euro coin for the month. So it's been in here for quite a while. I won't complain. Really won't. The sun is shining. I'm going to have to shed a layer of my many layers of clothes. That's how pleasant it is out here. So I'll stop prattling and I'll start showing you decent finds, won't I? I checked the plug. I had the plug out and I swung the detector over it before I started slowly dismantling it, and then nothing was ringing in it. And I then plugged the plug back in and swung the detector over it and started digging a second plug, and on the edge here in the shade I saw this. Now see if you, oh, that's lying here. There was a bit of crud lying around on it like that. Can you see that? I can hardly see it. Anyway, so I then flicked them over and realized that there were two Irish new decimal 10-cent pieces. So there's a coin spool from a few years ago, quite a few years ago. Let's see, there was a date, quite a clear date on the one. Oh well, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. We have a coin spool. That's our second and third coin for the month. It says 1994. So not that long ago, but it's long ago enough. Right, the fun continues, doesn't it? Like that, and we've got the third Irish 10 pence modern decimal small. Man alive, did this thing make a racket. And coin rackets, euro, 10, 20, 50 cent type of numbers. 60s, 63, 60, it just drove me nuts, but now I have it out of the ground so it won't drive me nuts again. There's where I found all the coins to date. I've only found bottle caps, and over there, wherever the bucket is, over there somewhere, I found that pull tab. But that was ringing like this. Now watch this now. So I'm going to dig that and see if it's a pull tab or if it's a coin. No, not a pull tab, not a coin. One of these yolks, a trademark on top of it. Right there. May the big wave of happiness smack you right where you want it to smack you. I've just taken that out of the ground, out of that plug there. Lovely. I shall refrain from saying this is an Irish, you know what Aaron calls them, Aaron of South Coast Detecting. He calls the UK version a particular name, and until he sends me one of those stickers, I'm going to go on strike and I won't call them by their name, their Irish version name. Right, I'll have to brief the apprentice too. When he goes walking with me, when we find them, we're not going to call them that until we get stickers that we can kindly or proudly show the world. There's the one plug, the second plug I've just dug, because there's the first plug that I popped back because this thing was shouting, and it's just after falling out. As I flipped the second plug, it fell out. It's one of those 10-cent pieces again that tend to drive me flipping nuts. Yep, euro 10-cent pieces. It's the soil conditions and conspiring with the metal and the size of the coin, the shape of it, if it's lying sideways, whatever. These shout at you, and then when you flip the plug, there's nothing in the plug. And so it goes, and so it goes. Anyway, I want to stop prattling. Show you a bit of blue sky. Yes, look at it. Blue. First day of spring. May that wave of happiness inundate you. There's a euro coin spawn. So after that 10-cent piece I picked up, there's another 10 and a 20 out of the same plug. And I better check because there might be more. Now you see I've wrecked the plug again to find that 10-cent piece, because the two of them in combination rang about 3-4 arrows down, and they're not, they're just under the surface. Look, there's the surface of the plug there. Anyway, I've got them. I can take them home with me, add them to the kitty. Yes, it is another good object of the euro kind, 20-cent euro. But I was doing the walls, and in there is something else. So let me get that out too and see what it is. A small lump of lead. That's what it was. Looks like it could have been conduit of a sort many years ago. And there's the 20 in the same area, ringing beautifully for me to find them. Homewards they'll go. I think this is a good time to call intermission, to call pause, to call for you to go and get yourself a fresh brew to watch the rest. But there goes the special one. She was taking a bit of a stroll along the beach. Just came to say to me it's too cold for her. She's going to go off while I continue. I'm back here at the wall As you can see, I'm going to quickly go around. This is the 2nd of March, so after yesterday's rather blue sky, today is less blue. But I'm going to have to still do something about digging holes in the ground, don't I? So then I found something of interest, signal of interest, flicking high 50s into the low 60s, and I dug it out, and guess what it is? One of them cat food, fish food, whatever food packets. But now talking about the wire, these are some of the signals that I've got so far today. Wire, the can, the sinker, the lump of lead, that's about the only useful. I dug that out just there where the wall, the cut, high part of the cut meets the wall. I found it. I hope the wind noise isn't too excessive. If it is, I do apologize. There, down the bottom there was where I was early on, and I walked all the way the cut along here, and then I remembered somebody once said to me that these original dunes here could be a good place to search. So I am walking along all of these paths, but so far all I've picked up is rubbish, scat, trash, other people's junk, bucket full of empty cans and the likes. Can-slaw aplenty. I'm actually ignoring anything between 17s and 25s now because it's just can-slaw. I don't have long to go. I've got to get there to the yonder distance. But I'll combine this with yesterday, the 1st of March, is the beautiful sunny day we had. It was a bit chilly, but it was great. Anyway, I'll combine this bit with that. I'll do you a bit of a wrap up once I get there to the little green area where the park benches are, where I can chuck all the stuff out of the scat bucket. So before I do that, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. I hope your merry month of March goes merry. The big wave of happiness smite you where you would like to be smitten. Okay, I was standing just over there in the previous little segment where I was bleating my lot in life about finding only scat, and then walked along and found quite a shallow, sharp signal, and there it is. Pretty, looks like a French, yep, French 10 cent to me, 2002. So there we are, we're on the board for the day, and not only are we on the board, we're on the ball too. Right, there's something for the treasure sacky and something to pep me up a bit. This 10 cent came out of a tiny little hole. I didn't have to mess the plug up that badly for a change. Okay, let's see if we can find a few of his friends and his granny and grandpa, or all his genealogy on the higher side. Right, let me stop prattling and get hold. Things only get better. I prattled on over there and I moved on to over here, and had a strong 74, 75, so it was right under the surface. I used the little toolie, and look what I've got. It's a fun ride token. I actually thought I was getting myself on the board with another one of those red bottle caps, you know, the ones I joke about my sponsor. But I thought I'll dig it just for the crack, just to show. But there we go. It's my first one of these, and I think, if I'm correct, Fantasia is 2 or 3 towns down south from here, where I still want to go detect. So there we go. I can give this to one of the kids to go and have a ride. Or I can just keep it in my souvenir tray. Right, I'm going to continue on this winning trend until the good lady comes and collects me. Fun ride indeed. There I dug the token. In this plug here I've just dug a €1 coin. So somebody, some kid had a sad day here in the semi-dune, lost his token and his cool drink money all in one go. So I'll check, maybe there's more in the vicinity, but I think that those were the two signals I've got. That's all. It's not quite the red one of my dreams, but it's something Russian looking, Russian sounding, Russian whatevering. Red cap of that other vodka type stuff. Maybe I've got competition for sponsors. Brewing, yeah. Brewing, yes, brewing. There's all the tat and scat for the 2 days. I think the beautiful thing in there is the lead sinker. There was the token, all the rest of it is going into the rubbish apart from the ball. The apprentice will be happy to find a ball for his dog. Right, so I will add the coins and the other bits and pieces a bit later, but for now, that's it for the scat. This is the good stuff wrap up for the first and the second. The first on the left here, our very first coin that we found for the month of March was that euro coin. Then we found the 3 Irish decimal 10p pieces and the rest of the coins that we found. And there's one of those things that I'm not going to refer to anymore by name until I get stickers from the UK. Aaron, you know what I'm on about. Stickers or I go on strike. Anyway, here's the second coins. We found the 10-cent piece first, then we found the token for the ride, and then we found a euro. Those two were literally within inches of each other. But for me and for the fun of it, this was the best find of the 2 days. May that wave of happiness smite you where you want to be smitten, and maybe even where you don't want to be smitten. Right, so that's the end of the video for the first and the second. I'll continue on my merry way for this month and record as much as what I feel like recording and share with you what I feel like sharing with you. Okay, as always, stay safe, stay free, and stay happy. Bye.